morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and those who are neither, wherever you are in the world. I'm Rambling Rusty Elm, and this is Rambling with Rusty. As promised last week, at the end of the episode, I have gone and researched where I need to go to get the last three monsters, I think, on my hunting log, as well as where to find ice shards for my crafting mission. Out of the log, I actually need to head over to Eastern Thanalon. And for the ice shards, I need to go back to Limsa Limosa and to Skull Valley, which is actually Aleport, and look for some harvesting nodes in that area. So today, we are going to go finish off this section of the hunting log, and then head back over to Limsa Limosa and Aleport. Without further ado, let's get back into it. Alrighty, folks. We have made it over to Eastern Thanalon, which is where I need to look for these last three little beasties on my hunting log for this level. Not sure where I'll find them. Wow. That is something else. I do know that usually you find beasties out in the wilderness, not along a road. Ooh, that's what I need. I need to, look at the map. Dry bone. Which is going to be to the north of me somewhere. Okay, I'm in dry bone now. So these little beasties, there's one. Okay, so that should be the third one of those. But I need to find It's just gonna be over here somewhere. Okay, here's dry bone proper. So, okay, now that I'm around here, let's see. Logs, hunting log. Rotting noble. Okay, so the Myotargus Billy, I need 2 more of those. And the Vandalus Imp. Okay, now I need to find the imps. There's a fate here. Oh, okay. Okay, got the fate done. Now I just need to find my little beasties. Well, let's see what we got. Iatriga sirloins. Well, in that case, I have an adventure for you. What say you make for the plains to the east? Carve me up 5 cuts of sirloin from some Iatriga nannies. I'm attending a wounded man at the inn who is close to death. We would like nothing more than to give him a feast of nice, juicy Iatriga sirloin for what might be his last meal. Once you have the sirloins, take them directly to Sister Sazura at the inn. Let's see, Caitlin seeks an adventurer to put down some mongrels. Looking for a bit of work? Well, it just so happens I'm looking for someone to put down some mongrels. 7 of the beasts. The bloody things are nearly over in the area in the southeast of here. They attack the local livestock, aught that moves. You needn't show foul thing any mercy. Okay, I'm in Sandgate over here. Okay. Now we need to go back up to... No, that's Caitlin. I lost my love to a pack of mongrels 3 years past. We were to be wed. They tore him apart. When we finally chased them off, my love was in 7 pieces. Since then, I've asked every adventurer I see pass through here to slice 7 of the beasts. My vengeance is unceasing, but I can spare just one other bride to be. The suffering I have known, then I will at least been worth it. Okay, well. Okay, now. Where to find the inn? Welcome to the eternal sleep. There. Please lower your voice. What business brings you? Well, I have some steak for you. My atragus sirloins. I take it Tetsufutusi sent you. Thank you for your efforts, my friend. But I fear you are too late. The man for whom these steaks were meant succumbed to his wounds just moments ago. Pray do not despair. He feasts with Thal now, and Thal has seen the good in this day. That's not it. Okay, so... Wait a minute, I still got... one more? Oh, I need to talk to this guy. Dead is he? Sigh, you did a good thing, friend. No use fretting over the order in which things pass. What matters is that they do pass, and nothing that passes goes unseen by the gods. There's a graveyard near Drybone. A lot of folk bring their dead dying this far. Many just dump them here to spare themselves the trouble and cost of burial. This poor soul at least had family that rushed to his side. Count him lucky for that. It was just his time to heed Thal's call. Best to let it go and move on. There's business what needs doing. Plots, graves, embalming, tombstones. Nothing in life is free, not even death. Okay. Well, looks like Tetsusi has deed for a daring adventurer. Riddle me this. In a camp such as ours, so close to a graveyard, what do you think sells faster than we can stock? Aye, flowers. To the east of here lie the remains of an enormous gubu, and so many plants sprout around it. Do you think you found the black sprout? Some say the gubu came down from the mountains in the time of the calamity, carried with him the seeds that became all those plants. But then, all I'm really after is 3 sprigs of Althea lavender. Seems simple enough. Obviously sent me over here for a reason. Despair is moved by the plants sprouting around the fallen Gubu. By the gods, the life that sprouted here, I've never seen anything like it, but how could this be? Perhaps it was... Oh, hello there. Hello! You must forgive me, I was just admiring the plants taking root about this Gubu carcass. Well, I suppose I forgot myself. But truly, have you ever seen such lovely flowers? I would wager that not even the wealthiest Uldans could claim to have laid eyes on their like before. Please a favor, I beg you. I dare not let these beauties out of my sight, but their soil is parched and the plants wilting. Would you fetch me some muddy spring water from the pond to the west? I can do that. Okay, apparently the Gubu is that. Okay, west. Please tell me you've got the water. It would be a travesty to lose this phenomenon. Perfect. This will quench your thirst nicely. I fear that's not all I must ask of you. The petals and stems are covered with Vilken egg. Should they hatch, the larvae will devour every leaf. Spin one over here. Yeah. Okay, what else you got for me? Well done, my friend. I dare say we have stayed another disaster. Sifrid clouds still lurk amongst the undergrowth. Left unchecked, they will undoubtedly infest the plants. Here, this sting brew is sure to bring the beasts out. Enough hiding, pour it over any thick brambles you see. Slay whatever comes forth. Target is not in range. Let's see. Need to find one more patch. There it is. Well, of course I'm too far away. What more can I say? Express my gratitude, though your efforts, this exceptional bit of greenery will enjoy many more days. As a botanist from Gardenia, I have had the opportunity to study plants the realm over, yet I cannot claim to have seen such verdure before. Wow, that's a weird word. And I am convinced that that what we see before us sprouted from the Gobu's death. There is certain beauty to it all, no? Remarkable discovery. I cannot wait to finish up my research and take word back to Guildmaster Popucha. Okay. Well, that didn't help me complete my hunting log. Well, the rest of you have found my pretty posies. Yes, I have. Ah, gorgeous. Well done, well done. I know not what's in that rotting Gobu carcass, but it makes the loveliest damn flowers I've ever laid eyes on. When it comes to offerings, they say the rarer the flower, the happier the dead, and Altheic lavender is nothing if not rare. I'll be saving these to turn a pretty profit when the next burial is held. Okay. Oh, hey, what we got going on here? Church of St. Adama has your hands full with orders work. Be welcome to the Church of St. Adama Landama. I'm Sister Ariel. I gather you are on a pilgrimage. You look to be an adventurer. If so, might I impose on you to help tend the lich yard while you are here with us? The graves here are far outnumber we who keep them. Alone, we cannot possibly do all that needs done. Would you see to the gathering of old offerings currently lying about outside? I made note of at least 6 during my last rounds through the yards. Exterminator at the Church of St. Adama Ladama. You have troubled yourself to come all this way. I wonder if I might not trouble you a bit further. As you well know, we keep a lich yard here. The scent of death's decay draws blowfly swarms. Unclean is to slay 5 of these pestilent swarms, and the church will be in your debt. Okay. Thank you, friend. If the swarms were to spread their pestilence at the church unchecked, before long we would need more mourning. For the time being, at least, the grieving can pray in peace for their dead to cross over safely. Bless you. And were you able to gather the old offerings? Yes, I was. Hand over. Thank you. Would that there were naught else to be done. I must see to collecting the weathered vases, urns, and ewers before long. The dead sleep soundest in a tidy grave. I have no shortage of work to offer. Should you care to take it, speak to me again whenever you feel so compelled. What's Edward got? Edward wants to make a tombstone for his late sister. You're one of them venture folk, ain't you? I'd be much obliged if a little help. I'd like to make a tombstone for my kid sister, what passed, you see. But I ain't got the gil to get it done. I hear there's a nice rocks for the taking a ways from here, but I ain't old enough to fend off no wild beast or such. Was hoping for a bit of cloud marble. She really would have liked that. Crops right up out of the ground to the east of here. They say if you could find a bit and see it to Brother Esmore, me and my sis be ever so grateful. 5 marble. Yes. Okay. Have you some business here again, friend? Yes, I do. Hand over. Cloud marble, to make into a tombstone for Edward's sister. Sigh, that boy is nothing if not trouble. It was all I could do to convince him not to go looking for the stone on his own. Still, I suppose it cannot be helped. Losing a loved one is never easy. Thank you for your part in this. I will see the marble is used. Gods, you venturers sure are kind folks. Now all I need is a coin for the funeral. I'm gonna stay on here at the church for a bit and help out. Wouldn't be right to leave everything to someone else. It'll mean more to my sis if I do what I can on my own. Brother Esmore and Sister Ariel are good folk too. They say I don't need to gill to bury my sis here, but I know how it works. I'll take coin to send her over just all proper. Let's see. Restore 600. So you wish to honor the dead once more? Excellent. Make offerings of these Namia lilies at some of the simpler graves in the lich yard. The poor souls died alone, you see, with no one left to grieve for them. There are 5 such graves scattered about the lich yard that I would have you tend. And remember, friend, mind your surroundings. Pay proper respect with each bundle of lilies. They're all they have. You're all they have. I suspected. That doesn't look like such a simple grave, though. And I think I saw one more up here. Let's go double check. Appears I did not. There's one. Something tells me I'm not going to find my rotting lords up here. Once more you have my thanks. No doubt the souls of the departed can take some small comfort in care you have shown their graves. In days gone by, the Lich Yard was a small, humble plot, but that all changed after the calamity. The dead grew in number, and so the yard grew with them. It is still simple despite its size, of course. It's the selfsame simplicity that keeps it from becoming more of a priority for the Order. We can ill afford to assign adequate numbers to its keeping, just as we cannot charge the poor to bury or be buried. Yet that does not stop the many who come, calling to see their dead put to rest here. Those few of us who tend the yard haven't the time to see to the offerings of our piety demands. The simple graves you visited belong to those who died alone. Let us pray the sweet fragrance you delivered grants some modicum of relief from their lonely solitude. And oh hey, I need 3 of these guys. Up. Oh, what do we got up? Oh, really? Here we go. corpses, corpses. There's a noble. Okay, well. Got a new difficulty rank in the hunting lodge. Okay, so South Shroud, Upper Pass, Oakwood, the Footfalls, Bud Codlin. So if I do this as it's shown, then I need to go to La Nosque, Oakwood. Oh, we might as well. Just teleport straight there. Okay, welcome back to Aleport. And what's he got for us? Skillboard seeks the aids of an able-bodied adventurer. You look like an adventurer who gets around. Mayhap you have noticed the powirls and jackals at each other's throats of late. I've never seen anything quite like it, and the bloodshed only worsens by the day. If this continues, I dare say that one of these groups will wipe out the other before long. Now, it bears mentioning that the species of coal isn't native to Veilbrand. By rights, they shouldn't even be here. Nay, I believe they were smuggled. I know of a merchant who may have a hand in these dealings. Her name is Arcontai. And after some probing, I've come to believe that she is somehow involved. I would question her myself, but she is like to flee at the first sight of yellow. I need you to speak to her and learn all that you can. Take a look around. She's bound to be nearby. Okay. Arcontai. Let's repair my gear. Repair all inventories. Yes. Aha. What is this? So they've sent you to do their dirty work. Well, you'll never take me alive. Never. Okay. Stubborn bugger. Well, if you're looking for a fight, you're bloody found one. Please, please don't hurt me. I didn't do nothing wrong. I smuggled in the corals for breeding like you asked. But that's it. I ain't the one sending the jackals into a frenzy, I swear. Yeah, the Yellow Jacket sent you and not no pirates. Why the hells didn't you say so earlier? Well, you've caught me. I'm behind the corals in Aleport. Those good-for-nothing pirates had me breed jackals for 'em, too. With the right training, they make for nasty watchdogs. But the pirates wanted more, and that's why they asked me for the girls that they did. I smuggled them in, but the pirates took them before I could finish the job. Suppose they didn't want to wait for the breeding. But the buggers let them escape. Now they have jackals on the loose trying to get rid of the corals, and they're cleaning their mess. I'm a victim as well. They paid good coin for the animals, but now they got folk chasing after me, wanting to cover their tracks. I'm sure you hurry and tell those yellow jackets I ain't to blame. You hear? Okay. Ah, you're back. What can you tell me? She claims to be a victim as well. It was her greed that brought the churls to Vilbrand, and she is sorely mistaken to think the Yellow Jackets will turn a blind eye. She will be held accountable. At any rate, we now know why the girls and jackals are trying to tear each other up to shreds. Pirates have been quite careful not to leave any clues, but we've managed to capture Raconte's assailants. They're being questioned as we speak, and it won't be long before we track down the pirates. Don't worry, friend, the Yellow Jackets will see them brought to justice. In the meantime, there's still the matter of Raconte and the beasts running amok in the fields. I shudder to think what may happen should the jackets and girls continue to fight much longer. I have a plan, but your assistance is essential. Let me know when you're ready to begin. Might as well, Skyburn is ready to set his plans and... Raconte has admitted to breeding jackals for pirates, but I fear she may be concealing more to be smuggled elsewhere. Bid you speak with her once more, prove my suspicions are true. If she wishes to play the role of victim, perhaps this time she will be more forthcoming with information. Tell her that, though we cannot grant her impunity, her cooperation will ensure a lighter sentence. Oh, I might as well pick up the second one as well. Now then, we need to do something about the girls running wild. Jackals have greatly reduced their numbers, but the presence of girls will upset the balance of predation. Given time, they will establish a breeding population. A large number of merchants, sailors, and travelers pass through Aleport daily, meaning a great many people will be at risk unless we stop the girls here and now. Much as it pains me to say this, they must be done away with. I like this no more than you. but we Yellow Jackets must put the safety of the people above all else. Reports indicate the girls were last sighted somewhere in Skull Valley. When you're ready, pray seek them out and do what needs done. Let's see. There's Raconte again. Fine, I'll come clean if it means preserving me liberty. All the jackals are long gone, but there's a wolf pup I was looking after not too far from here. Jackals are easy to come by in Aleport, but wolves, you can be sure folk will pay good money for them. With the Yellow Jackets breathing down my neck of late, though, I haven't had time to care for him. The poor thing's probably too weak from hunger to move. Tell you where to find him. But if you want to take him, best move now. What with the girls running wild, killing the pirates, jackals, and all, it won't be long before they start snooping about for more animals to train. I have to warn you, though, he may be a pup, but he'll likely make a meal of anyone that gets close to him. Try winning over his stomach with this here succulent bone. If it ain't enough, try rubbing his belly to soothe him. You can bet he'll follow you everywhere. I left the critter in Quarterstone. Hurry before the pirates find him. Alrighty folks, we're going to have to leave it here for now, and when we come back we will continue on with the mission to collect the pup and look for the churls and see if we can't find some ice shards while we're at it. Until next time, I'm Rambling Rusty Elm. Have a good night, and don't forget to stop and smell the roses.